Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show. As today we're going to talk about yesterday's games from the Premier League and also the AFCON. So let's get started. Let's start with yesterday's games. First from the Premier League, Burnley against Newcastle, and a 3-1 win for Newcastle. A good win for the Magpies. 2-2 draw between Chelsea and Bournemouth. Another game that Chelsea dropped points. They got the lead though from Bournemouth got the lead from David Brooks, the first goal, and then they scored two goals, which they actually got the lead. The penalty from Cole Palmer and the goal from Enzo Fernandez. But 4 minutes later, Bournemouth, they respond really well. They have to give them a lot of credit for that, with the goal from Justin Kluivert. And the rest of the game, Chelsea were struggling defensively, and also once again they struggled to kill the game off, to kill teams with chances, which cost them the win against Aston Villa in the first half, where they were winning 1-0, but the missed chances they had in the first half cost them in the second half. And this game, it was quite similar for Chelsea in the second half, where they had chances to score, and it cost them those missed chances. And some of the decisions that maybe it's Maresca who made it, I don't know, but because he, from what I heard, that he had a bit of an illness, which is why he missed the post-match press conference. So speedy recovery wishes to him for that. But like Garnacho, he's played a couple of games in the last couple of games, and he hasn't since he played his first game for Chelsea this season. He hasn't really shown that he's going to be a very good player for Chelsea. And I don't know why even Chelsea in the first place signed him. That's the first thing. Second thing, why did they even sign Gittins, who's awful? He used to play for. I think the previous club he used to play for was Borussia Dortmund, if I'm not mistaken. And at Borussia Dortmund he didn't do that much really. He wasn't that great. So I don't know why. Again, you look at the squad and the players that Chelsea have, it's a picture of mismanagement in terms of transfers from the owners. Like is Delap really good enough? He's not a bad striker, but is he good enough? And he's been very poor for Chelsea since he's signed for them, I have to say. Garnacho, has he shown that he's going to be a great player? No. Gittins, no. All the the signings that you could say Chelsea, maybe the players they could show they have a bit of they will be very good for Chelsea in the future is Estevao and maybe João Pedro. Other than that, all the signings they've taken a step backwards. Caicedo's going to miss the Man City game as well. He got booked and he's going to be suspended for the game against Man City. You look at this Chelsea team, you look at this Chelsea squad. Defensively, they're not good enough. I don't think Sanchez improved, but I still don't think he's good enough. And going forward, they have problems with the wingers and the striker. Chelsea need they need to sign 4 or 5 players for them to actually consider a proper title contender. Because you look at the defenders they have. Obviously, we all know defensively they have issues. Goalkeeper, I still don't think he's good enough. But more damningly is the attack. An attack, they look toothless. You have to say, they at times look toothless. So Estevao played in the wrong position. I don't know why. And yes, some of the decisions, and I don't know why Maresca. I don't know if he choose the 11 or not, but why did he choose? Why did he pick a starting 11 like this? He rested some players. Why? It's not like Chelsea have a game in the Champions League, big game in Champions League coming up, or they have a big game against Man City, but that's on Sunday, and you're playing on Tuesday. You're telling me 5 days of rest is not enough? And he made changes that was not needed, and that Chelsea needed to win this game. It's not like Chelsea were in a perfect position to make some changes. They need to win this game to build some confidence before the Man City game, and instead they drop points. And you look at the league table. They've been a poor run of form, Chelsea, recently. Absolutely poor run of form. They're 5th in the Premier League. They're level points. Manchester United have been absolutely terrible right away. And they're below Liverpool, who before we've been also poor this season. Like what does it reflect for Chelsea? Is that United have been poor, Liverpool have been poor, and yet Liverpool are above you, and United have the same number of points as you. What does that reflect Chelsea? How does that reflect them? Like, how bad does it make you really? Like seriously. So yeah, again, and Chelsea have problems. Chelsea have problems, and they need to fix it very, very, very quickly. Otherwise, if Maresca, I mean, listen, I wish he has a speedy recovery, but at the same time, the form that Chelsea have been in recently, I would be surprised if Maresca is not the Chelsea manager next season. Because I said it before, and I'll say it again, I would be surprised because we all know the comments he made weeks before about the owners and the current form that Chelsea are in, and the owners look like they don't want to back Maresca. We all know how these kind of things end, right? Manager being sacked, and it's not fair, it's not right, but with Chelsea the patience are always thin, of course. So yeah. Everton beat Nottingham Forest 2-0. Goals from James Garner and Thimo Barry. That's a very good win for Everton and for David Moyes. West Ham drew 2-2 with Brighton. A Panenka, Welbeck missed a Panenka a penalty, which was a Panenka. I mean, cost Brighton the chance for the 3 points. So yeah, he scored one penalty, but I'm talking about the other penalty that he missed. So. Yeah, but 2-2 draw between West Ham and Brighton. Arsenal beat Aston Villa 4-1 thanks to goals from Gabriel Magalhaes, Zubimendi, Trossard, Gabriel Jesus and Ollie Watkins. A statement, fantastic win for Arsenal. I mean, in the first half, it looked like Arsenal, obviously, first of all, the big miss with Declan Rice in the midfield. I was a bit upset because of my fantasy team, but anyway. But he was injured, and that was I thought that was a big blow for Arsenal, because he's a guy that can play at right back, as they did against Brighton, and he could play, and he's so strong in that midfield. He's so key for Arsenal in that midfield, and I thought that was a big miss. And how Arsenal are going to cope with it? In the first half, it looked like the Arsenal midfield couldn't cope with Aston Villa's like pressing and the midfield and attack. They couldn't find ways to stop them, the midfield of Arsenal. They found it difficult in the first half, but second half I thought, they adapted really well, and when they adapted really well, Arsenal took, Aston Villa apart. And in the first half I felt like it was Aston Villa were doing quite well in some periods of the game, and it was kind of, I won't say, Arsenal was better than Aston Villa, or Aston Villa was better than Arsenal, but it was quite even, 0-0. But second half, as soon as Arsenal scored that first goal from Gabriel Magalhaes in the 48th minute, which I don't think that was a foul in my opinion. I think Martinez should have been much stronger. He's an experienced goalkeeper who's won the World Cup, etc. As soon as Arsenal got that first goal, it was like after that Arsenal had the freedom to continue and take Aston Villa apart and win by a couple of goals and destroy them after that, and Arsenal did destroy them after that. Second goal from Zubimendi, with an amazing pass by Martin Odegaard. I mean, Martin Odegaard was amazing in this game. Against Brighton he scored and he had a good game, scored a very good goal, but this game he was absolutely amazing, and in my opinion that was his best performance of the season for Arsenal this season, for Martin Odegaard. So Arsenal fans will be hoping that he keeps this level of good performances for Martin Odegaard. So because I like I said, he was very good. He was fantastic in this game. Third goal, Trossard, very good finish, and the fourth goal, Gabriel Jesus even came on and scored as well. Even in the first half, Aston Villa was doing quite well to stop Arsenal in some periods of the game. Like Watkins had a good chance to score. Gyökeres had a couple of good chances to score as well. 2 chances, the one with the header. So, yeah, like I said, Arsenal, I think they deserved to win. The second half, they were absolutely fantastic. They took Aston Villa apart. Defensively, they were quite strong. Didn't concede many big chances, except the goal they conceded, and maybe early on from Watkins. I thought mostly defensively, Arsenal were very solid. and going forward they were clinical. And we some people criticize Arsenal for them for not killing games enough, as it happened against Brighton, for example. But this game, they killed the game very comfortably, and they destroyed Aston Villa massively, in terms of momentum, in terms of the goals they scored, the timing. So yeah, absolutely fantastic for Arsenal, and very important win, and very important win for Mikel Arteta, because I think if Arsenal didn't win this game, I think some fans would feel like, oh no, it's another year. City would win against Sunderland, and City would go top. But the fact they won this game, not only they won it, also the way they won it, convincingly and thoroughly deserved. No ifs and buts and maybes. Thoroughly deserved. Massively destroyed Aston Villa. That's a biggest satisfaction that Arsenal fans, Arteta and the players can take, is that not only they won against Aston Villa, who've been in a very good run of form, who've won 11 games in a row, also that they won amazingly well. So yeah, and that win will for sure help the players and Arteta should help them for the rest of the season. Obviously, still a long way to go, lots of games to go, but that kind of games where Aston Villa, we all know Arsenal have struggled in the past, especially at home. Obviously, the same fixture that stopped them from winning the title 2 years ago, last year, where Arsenal were 2-0 up and they didn't win. So for them to win this game, especially against the team who've been fantastically good, who also just beat them weeks before, even though it was a last-minute winner, that's huge for Arsenal, and huge for Arteta, and huge for the players and the fans as well. So yeah, very very important win, and now they go. They extend that lead they have over Man City, even though Man City have a game still to play against Sunderland. So very good win. I mean, for Aston Villa, yeah, in the first half, I think they were quite competitive with Arsenal in the first half. In the second half, they just, I won't say they fell apart, but I think Arsenal, the quality that Arsenal have, the quality showed in the second half, and it showed that Arsenal are a better team than Aston Villa. Aston Villa have had a very good season, they've had a good run of form, but Aston Villa have better players and are a better team than Aston Villa. That's without a doubt. And also Arsenal took advantage with the momentum they had. As soon as Gabriel scored that goal, it seemed like it affected Aston Villa, and it helped Arsenal for the rest of the game, and it showed that for the rest of the game. So yeah, I don't want to take anything from Arsenal's victory, because they thoroughly deserved it, and they were fantastic, and the way they won this game was very good to see. However, I felt like Marino was on a yellow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was in a yellow, and he made a foul. I think it was on Onana or Morgan Rogers, one of them, and he should have been sent off. I don't know why the referee. I was surprised the referee didn't give us a red card, because Marino was also on a yellow. So, but however, that one was at 2-0. If that was, let's say, at 0-0, let's say, or in the first half, then you could say, oh, that moment could have changed the game. A bit like the Diaz one against Nottingham Forest, where if he got sent off at 0-0, it could change the game. Whereas this one, I don't think it would have changed much, in my opinion, because Arsenal were winning 2-0 and they were playing really well and they were good momentum over Aston Villa. I don't think it would have changed much, in my opinion. I was surprised to not see him being sent off, but I don't think it would change much for the rest of the game, because Arsenal were winning 2-0 and Arsenal were better than Aston Villa in the second half. So yeah, but that's like I said, huge win for Arsenal, and they go now. How many points now? 5 points clear of Man City, but the City still have a game to play. At the end of the game, Unai Emery didn't shake hands with Mikel Arteta, and that was spotted a lot by obviously social media. Some Arsenal fans were saying Unai Emery was salty, etc. Because he lost, and he explained in an interview. He said that he didn't shake hands because Arteta was celebrating with his coaching staff, etc., and he didn't want to wait, to shake hands. So, and it was cold inside Arsenal, the Emirates. Um, I can understand the excuse of oh, Arteta was celebrating with the coaching staff, but to say, oh, it was cold, I mean, yeah, it's same for everybody, mate. So I don't know, but I don't know, but yeah, I mean, this kind of things happen sometimes. When you lose, you sometimes don't want to shake hands. If you win, you're happy to shake hands. So understandably so. It is what it is. It's the emotions of the game. Uh, let's move on